Hey everyone, today let's dive in and talk about the crazy 22 real estate market that we've had, see if the market is collapsing, and where are we heading in the next 12 months? What can we expect from our upcoming market? Here we go. Overall, 2022 was a turbulent market. We saw the first 6 months really good interest rates and crazy sales. As the interest rates started to rise, and they actually did that pretty dramatically, we saw a complete shift in the second part of the year. So we saw inflation, soaring interest rates, and the inventory was still tight. So it was tough. And because of the shift, a lot of you were asking me, hey Olga, are we in a market collapse? What is happening? Is this like 2008? So let's dive in a little bit deeper into that. So the number one thing, guys, real estate market is not collapsing. Trust me, in 2008, there was a lot of red flags, rising unemployment rate, a lot of construction that is happening. The prices were skyrocketing, sometimes at a 50% rate and higher. So that was what's happening in 2008. And of course, we know what happened right after. Now let's talk about the end of 22 and in 2023. We still have low inventory, which means that there's high demand. We don't have a lot of new construction happening. Unemployment rate is relatively low. Prices are increasing, but a steadier, more conservative pace. And people that are getting the mortgages have to abide by very strict guidelines and standards and go through the checklist. And these are the people that can afford to buy in today's market. So let's talk about affordability. The goal is to find out whether a typical family, do they make enough money to be able to afford a median home? Let's dive in deeper a little bit more. The baseline is a value of 100. So if family earns more than 100, that means that they are able to afford a median-sized home. If that number drops below 100, we're in trouble. Last year, over 2022, the affordability has dropped in over 20% for single family homes, as well as for condos and townhouses in our state. Adult communities of age 55 and plus, affordability actually dropped by 22%. That's a huge drop. As an example, in Morris County, in the beginning of 22, you could get a mortgage and part of your monthly payment was going to be $1,800. At the end of the year, because of what happened to interest rates, your payment jumped to $2,800 a month. In Burlington County, the same situation. Your payment jumped from $1,000 to $1,600 a month. And in Cape May County, from $1,300 in the beginning of the year to $2,300 at the end of the year. Yikes. Overall, closed home prices were down by 17.8%. Median sale prices still managed to rise. They were at a much slower and steadier pace, yet the median sale price did rise over 7.8%. Currently, homes under contract are down by 20%. Let's talk about first-time home buyers. An average age of a first-time home buyer is now around 36 years of age, and here's why. Because of the skyrocketing prices and interest rates, the average cost of living has gone up dramatically, so it's going to take more time for everyone to just kind of get comfortable in saying, yep, I'm ready to buy a home. Move-up buyers are now really well off with the cash. The amount of move-up buyers has jumped to 27% for last year, and the reason is because the increase in prices that they were able to get for their homes now has resulted in extra cash in their pocket that they're now able to put down towards the purchase of a new home. So definitely a win-win for them. So now let's talk about what can we expect for the next 12 months for each of the groups. So let's start with buyers. The mortgage rates are probably going to stay around 6%. Let's hope that they're going to go down a little bit. However, buyers should be getting ready and using that number to shop for their mortgage rates. So that's number one. Number two, the good news is those buyers that are serious and are able to afford to shop with these rates are going to have more flexibility and more control in terms of commanding the prices for the homes that they're putting offers on, as well as possibly getting seller concessions, which we haven't seen in quite a few years. And unfortunately, affordability is going to continue to remain a challenge for many first-time home buyers, because as you can see, the average and the median prices are still rising, which is not helping for some of the buyers that are in the lower to moderate income brackets. Here's my suggestion to you guys that are thinking about buying. Number one, do not get attached to an interest rate. If you find a house that you absolutely fall in love with, the interest rate that you get is not a forever rate. You can refinance down the road because the rates do tend to go up and down. I actually keep track of all the interest rates that my buyers do have, and when we see the interest rates have dropped a significant amount, I'm going to call you and let you know, hey, it is time to refinance. Let's get a better deal on your monthly payment. Let's talk about sellers. If you have been thinking about selling, let's do it now. Here's why. The inventory is still low. The buyers who are now pre-approved and are out in this market and shopping are super serious because they know this is their opportunity to get a house. Make sure that you price your home well, prepare to negotiate with buyers, be prepared not to have multiple offers, and be serious about your selling decision. Overall, we're back into a semi-normal market where we can go and look at a couple houses, where we can make some sound decisions based on the financial considerations and not on emotions, which is what a lot of buyers did last year. So let's do it. If you have questions, let us know how we can help. And of course, we're always here for you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next video.